Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
For the first time this year, the Lady Indians take the floor tonight inside the Davis Event Center against the arch rivals from up in Boonville, the Northeast Tigers. Hello, Roll Tribe, everybody. Jordan Smith alongside Jim Ingram. Glad to have you joining our broadcast here tonight. This is the Davis Ford pregame show. Visit davisfordsales.com or stop by 904 West Main Street in Fulton to pick out your next dream car, truck, or van. That's Davis Ford here in Fulton. As we welcome Jim into the broadcast. Jim, first time we've seen the ladies on the home floor this year. 2 weeks into the season, we talk about that COVID thing. I feel like in every broadcast, they've had a couple of games postponed, not by any of their own doings, but by the opponents they're supposed to have been matching up against. Nonetheless, though, happy to be on the home floor here tonight.
No doubt, Jordan. Glad to be here tonight. Hey, our team is 1-0. We're undefeated, only played one game. Last game was January 21st, 2 weeks ago tonight, where we beat Delta 71-60. You know, we had a couple games canceled, but a big game tonight against Northeast. Of course, Northeast is our rival. They come in here 1-1 tonight. Should be a good game.
That is correct. Northeast opened up the year with Holmes. They lost that decision 64-56. And then they also have that common opponent with Delta, and they knocked them off 81-50. You talk about that matchup for ICC with Delta a couple of weeks ago. What a night for Scarlett Guest. 17 points, 5 of 9 from the three-point line. The sophomore won the MACCC Player of the Week award that week.
No doubt about it. We look forward to her having another good night. Of course, Hatch had 13 points, and leading rebounds, Lamaya Pfeiffer had 6 rebounds. You know, in that game, I think the coach was a little bit disappointed. We had 27 turnovers. However, we led and rebounded and found a way to win the first game.
That's a key always. Got to eliminate those turnovers. Let's flip the page and look at Northeast. Northeast, I've never seen a roster made up this way. They bring on 10 newcomers this year, 9 of those being freshmen. For Coach Brenda Mays, this is virtually a brand new unit out there.
It's a brand new team. They've only got 11 players on the roster. They've got 1 returning player who's a sophomore, which you mentioned, 9 freshmen. Evidently, they've played well so far this year. We'll see what they can do.
This is the Davis Ford pregame show. This is ICC Lady Indian basketball here from Fulton. We're going to take a pregame timeout. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip here from Fulton. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best store here.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Back here inside the Davis Event Center in Fulton, this is the Davis Ford pregame show as we get ready to take you to the floor now for the ICC starting lineups. ICC starters brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. Coach Porter hopes she has that winning combination in tonight's starting lineup. Take a more in-depth look at those starters. First for Northeast, they're going to start, let's see, it's 4 freshmen and 1 sophomore tonight. Only 2 sophomores on the roster. At forward, Faith Williams, at a 5'10 freshman out of Corinth. Kossuth High School will draw the start tonight for the Lady Tigers. Kinsey Sharp, a 4'11 freshman guard out of Tupelo, will be the point guard. Natria Berry, a 5'9 freshman guard out of Columbus, will be in the starting lineup, as well as Kalisa Phillips, a 5'6 freshman out of Coahoma County High School. Rounding out those starters at center is the lone sophomore of the group out of Terry High School, Kathy Burse, at 5'9" there in the middle. The Lady Tigers are coached by Brenda Mays. Flipping the page, looking at the ICC starting lineup, they'll be led up front by the point guard, Shamaria Overton. Overton, a 5'2 sophomore out of Leland High School. Scarlett Guess, who was the MACCC Player of the Week in the opening week of the season. Guess at the shooting guard spot, a sophomore at 5'7" out of Blue Mountain, Mississippi. Zaire Burgess, a sophomore at 5'9" out of Lafayette High School, gets to start at the 3 spot. Dee Dee Shepard, a 5'6 freshman out of Pontotoc, will be in the starting lineup. And in the middle, Mariah Holland, a 5'10 sophomore out of Lafayette County High School, will be a starter for the Lady Indians tonight as the Lady Indians win the opening tip, and we're underway here from Fulton.
Jordan, Northeast has come out in the man-to-man.
And a quick whistle there as they're going to get Dee Dee Shepard on a push-off, little arm bar action there. Not a ton of contact, but you see early on in some of these rivalry games, they're not going to allow it to get out of hand whatsoever. So an early call there on Shepard. She's going to check out of the game immediately. So only 15 seconds into the contest, we're going to see Ardesia Harris check into the game. Full court, man-to-man defense for the Lady Indians as they open up this one. It will be Sharp, the freshman out of Tupelo, in control of the offense for the Lady Tigers. Down the baseline, floater in the lane, no good. Rebound into the hands of Shamaria Overton. She's able to keep it in bounds, and here she comes down the floor. No score, 9:30 to play in the first quarter. Ball in low to Burgess. Now out to the corner to Guess for 3, no good, but fouled in the process. And we'll see Charlotte Guess go to the free throw line. Scarlett Guess, that is. Guess 2 of 2 off the free throw line in the opening game a couple of weeks ago against Delta. Jim, that'll be an interesting storyline here to see how quickly the Lady Indians can get started. I mean, they haven't seen action in 2 weeks now. First free throw by Guess is up, and it's good.
Jordan, we were talking about our men struggling from free throw line, shooting 17 of 34 last game. Let's see how our women do tonight. So far, we're 2 for 2. Got one more coming.
Those fouls on the three-point shots can be a killer. Typically, your best three-point shooters are typically pretty good off the free throw line as well. And Guess does just that there. She knocks all 3 of them home and gives the Lady Indians a 3-0 lead. Less than a minute into the game. All the way up the floor, losing control, whistle, and a travel violation as Natria Berry brought it all the way, trying to get out in front of that pressure. Took one too many steps, and a turnover for Northeast gives the basketball
to defense for the Lady Indians. 3-0. We've just started the game. 9:05 left in the first quarter. Indians up 3-0 on the rivals, Northeast Lady Tigers.
The turnover bug's one thing that's hurt Northeast as well. They're averaging over 22 per game, 45 turnovers on the year. As the ball goes down low to Burgess, she puts it up off the glass and fouled again in the process. And she'll go to the line for 2 as they got 25. Kathy Burse for the foul there, her first personal, team second.
Northeast with 2 early fouls here. Let's see if we can take advantage at the free throw line.
First attempts off the free throw line for Burgess this year. First one up and good. So 4 points for the Lady Indians, all off the charity stripe here early on. So 5 of 5 to open up the night off the line for ICC. And again, back into that full court press comes Coach Robin Porter's Lady Indians. Sharp brings the ball up the floor, picks it up right across the mid-stripe, gives off to Berry, and now settling back into a half-court set is the defense from ICC. But right there, Kalisa Phillips knocks home a tray from off the right wing and cuts the lead in more than half. First bucket of the night for the Tigers. They cut the lead to 5-3.
8.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Up the right side is Overton. Can't get it to go off the glass. Rebound into the arms of Northeast, and up the floor they go.
Both teams playing man-to-man defense. Start out the game.
And you can see that Northeast wants to get the basketball up the floor in a hurry as a three-point shot there from Sharp falls, and Northeast has hit 2 threes in a row and taken the lead.
Early in this ball game, we played 2 minutes. We've had 4 threes made, Jordan.
Lots of contact there on the defensive end as Holland from right behind the elbow pulls up the left-hander, no good. Gets her own rebound, goes back in, a whistle away from the ball. So the foul will go against Northeast. They're going to get Faith Williamson on the violation. Her first personal, team's third.
Indians leading 6-5, 7:51 left in the first quarter.
Inbound pass to Overton out to the corner. Now ball goes down low off the glass, no good from Harris. Ball still batted around all the way out top to Overton, who hits a floater right off the logo in the middle of the lane, and he gets it to go. First points of the night for Shamaria Overton.
Great effort on the boards. We got 3 offensive rebounds on that time down the court.
And you talked about how against Delta 2 weeks ago, Jim, the Indians were so good as, again, Kinsey Sharp from downtown. 9 points for Northeast, all from the three-point line. To finish my thought, though, you were talking about how good on the glass the Lady Indians have been. They've been good there again so far here tonight.
Need to keep it up.
9-7, Northeast leads, aided by 3 three-pointers. ICC trails by 2. Ball goes down to the low block, now back out top. Overton has to run it down. Ball knocked loose by Sharp. Sharp's all over the place here early on. Pass up the floor to Williamson, who can't handle it. They don't have to let the offense reset. But Kinsey Sharp, the 4'11 freshman guard out of Tupelo, is all over the place here early in this one. Ball goes down low, off the back glass, no good, into the arms of Mariah Holland, as Burst could not get her first shot of the night to go off the glass.
Good defense. Lady Indians down 9-7, 6:30 left in the first quarter. Northeast up by 2.
Holland out top, gets it to Harris, who works off a pump fake into the lane, off the back glass, rattles it in and good. Nice pump fake, opened up everything there for Ardeja Harris. And she actually ties the game back up at 9. Another three-point try for the Tigers, no good. Rebound into the arms of Burst, fading away with the putback, no good. And ICC controls that one. It's not what you want as far as a putback there, fading away, an arm right in your face. Not a good look there on the second chance effort. As Overton gets fouled and she crosses the mid-stripe by Sharp. And ICC may be able to try to get Sharp in foul trouble here early on, as she has been in control of the basketball game for Northeast. Mass substitutions here for ICC as some new faces check onto the floor. We see Nadia Gillespie into the game. We see Cleo Worrells into the game for the Indians.
9-9, 5:58 left in the first period. Northeast Lady Tigers, ICC Lady Indians all knotted up.
So let's set the floor here for ICC. Scarlett Guess on the floor. That's Amelia Hatch with the basketball as a whistle and offensive foul. Cleo Worrells into the game. And Nadia Gillespie as well out there for ICC. So only one starter on the floor here in Guess for this possession. Tied at 9. Northeast drives the baseline, puts up the floater off the right side in and good for Natria Berry. Berry into the scoring column. First 2-point field goal of the night for Northeast. 3 from three-point range, only 1 from inside the arc, but they lead at 11-9. Pass goes down low. Had a look there, can't make it go though. Now driving the baseline, pulls up the shot, air ball over the back end of the rim from Hatch. Ball goes out of bounds and Northeast will have it.
11-9, Northeast with the lead, with the ball. 5:22 left in the first quarter.
Substitutions here for Coach Robin Porter. She's going to sub Guess off for the first time tonight. I did not get the number of the substitution there. It came in. It's 15. It's Chloe Edwards checking into the contest for the Lady Indians. Up the floor in a hurry comes Northeast. As soon as they break that trap, they're trying to get it all the way up the floor as fast as possible. Williamson with it. Gets into some trouble. Now gives back to Sharp. Sharp loses the handle, dribbles off her foot out of bounds. Nice effort there defensively by the Lady Indians in that trap by Gillespie as well as Hatch. They force the turnover and get the basketball back.
Jordan, we've gone to man-to-man, but when they get the balls in the corner, you're right, we're trapping them, cause some turnovers.
Very disruptive defensively. You could see how they forced so many turnovers a couple of weeks ago. Very active on the defensive end. Layup off the left-hand side, can't go for Harris. And here comes Northeast up the floor again in a hurry. They're trying to push it and not allow that half-court trap or any of that pressure to set up defensively for ICC. But here they'll kick back out top to Sharp. 20 seconds on the shot clock, and they'll reset the offense.
Lady Tigers up 11-9. First period, 4:35 left in the first period.
Pull-up jumper in the lane by Barry goes. Her second two-pointer of the night. Extends the lead for Northeast out to 13-9 as a little give and go. Gets the basketball there to Barry, who looks good there in the paint. Good pass down low there to Burgess, who finishes it with the left hand. That was all led to her, though, by Harris, who had the bounce pass down to the left low block. And Burgess is able to finish at that and cut the lead in half.
Great assist by Harris. Found the open lady underneath. 13-11. Tigers up. 4 minutes left in the first period.
Penetration off the right side in the glass and good. Calicia Phillips. Phillips, the freshman out of Clarksdale, Oklahoma County High School, gets into the scoring column there. Three-pointer up off the iron, no good. Rebound controlled into the hands of ICC. Putting it back up there was Gillespie. She was fouled in the process, but that was all created by Zaire Burgess. She got in the right position, tapped that ball forward to Nadia Gillespie, and Gillespie got fouled in the process.
Great effort. Indians going to the line. They're 5 for 5 tonight from the line. They're down 15-11, 3:44 left in the first period.
Second foul of the first quarter against Faith Williamson. Williamson, the starter out of Kossuth, the freshman, 5'10". She's probably got the most length on the floor for Northeast, and you would assume that Coach Brenda Mays is probably going to be forced to move her to the bench here for a while. First free throw by Gillespie, back iron, no good. Nadia was 2 for 2 off the free throw line in that contest earlier against Delta. Try to get this one to go home here. Northeast leads it by 4, 3:44 to go here in the first quarter. And Nadia is able to rattle home the second one there. The freshman out of Olive Branch picks up her first points of the night. It's basketball immediately stolen there by ICC. That's why they go with that full court press. Three-pointer out of the corner, front iron no good. Rebound batted around, saved from going out of bounds there by ICC, but Northeast is able to control it.
Jordan, you're right. When we make that free throw, we're able to set up in our press, causing Northeast some problems.
Hatch out front. Very physical defensively. There's a whistle and a foul and another offensive foul, as that's the third one that has been called here in the first quarter. I think they got a moving screen call there.
They're going to call the offensive fouls tonight, no doubt about it. They had 3, and we've only got 3:17 left in the first period.
That one goes against Chandria Watson. Watson's first. Teams, by my count, that's 6. I could be off one somewhere, Jim. Is that what you have?
I don't have it right now. I trust you, though. I'm going to go with 6.
ICC's able to get the basketball into the lane. Can't finish it there. Basketball gets tied up. Possession arrow will face Northeast.
3:05 left in the first period. Northeast Lady Tigers 15, ICC Lady Indians 12. Northeast with the ball, bringing it up the court. Ahead again, 15-12. 3 minutes left in the first period. ICC trying to trace.
Trap sets up right here in front of us. I tell you, Jim, what that trap does is it forces Northeast to have a lot less time to work with in a half-court set. By the time they got set up there was 18 seconds on the shot clock. Wide open three, though, with 8 on the shot clock. That time for Sherika Shear. She can't make it go, and ICC controls the rebound. Hatch almost lost it. Kicks out for 3 into the corner. Back iron's no good. As wide open that time was Edwards. Couldn't get it to go off the right side wing. Basketball stripped loose by Gillespie. Very active with those hands of the Lady Indians defensively. Harris off the left wing. Thought about the 3, decides against it. Now she wants to go down low. Mismatch there, she's covered by Williamson. A lot more length there with Williamson, but basketball into the hands of Burgess. Nice move off the left side block, and she's able to finish it in the lane.
Another good assist. We cut the lead to 1 here. 2 minutes left the first period. Northeast 15, ICC 14. Another steal.
Harris just takes it right out of the hands of Sherika Shear. She finishes it with the left hand, and ICC on a 5-0 run takes the lead back 16-15 with 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Well, sometimes the best offense is created by good defense.
No doubt about it. I would say Northeast has close to 10 turnovers already in this first period.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. ICC leads it by a point in the first quarter. This is Lady Indian Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Right back into that full court press. Out of the break come the Lady Indians as they've stormed back. They lead it by a point with 1:50 to play here in the first quarter. Nice job of breaking that set there by Northeast. But again, only 20 seconds on the shot clock when they finally get set into a half-court offense. Basketball knocked loose by Shamaria Overton, diving for the floor over there. I believe that was Chloe Edwards. Edwards gets it tied up. Jump ball favors the Indians. And, Jim, as far as I'm concerned, that goes as a turnover.
No doubt about it. The reason we're winning 16-15 is our defense and the turnovers we're causing.
That's a staple there of Robin Porter coached basketball team, as they're going to defend you, and they're going to hope that leads to offense on the other end. Out top to Burgess. Ball kicked into the corner, deflected just for a moment there by Berry. Overton now drives with the right hand up the lane, puts off the glass. Will it go? Yes, it will, as she's able to get it to rattle around and go in off the front side there. Overton picks up her second bucket of the first quarter.
Our largest lead of the night, 18-15, a minute 5 left in the first period.
Nice pass down low to Faith Williamson, who's able to finish it with the right hand. That's how you want to break that press. Good ball movement back and forth down the floor. And just a streaker over the middle of the floor there was Williamson. She's able to finish it easily.
Lady Indians with the ball up 18-17. 50 seconds left the first period. We got another turnover, this time against the Indians.
Northeast able to knock it loose as they try to get it down low again there to Burgess. And that's been one thing that's plagued ICC so far on this young season. That's been the turnover bug. 3-point basket up, no good by Sharp. Rebound comes all the way out to Williamson. Ball just rattles around. Ball flying all over the place. Finally is going to be controlled in the corner by Zia Burgess. Some trouble, though, but she's just smart with it. She throws it up front, gets it to Hatch, and Hatch is going to let things reset. Shot clock is off. This should be the last possession of the first quarter. Hatch has it out front. Indians lead it by a point. 12 seconds on the game clock. As she goes to work. Goes right, now back left to the free throw line. Out top to Edwards for three. Pulls up, hits the bottom of the net right there. Chloe Edwards from straight on buries her first three-point shot of the game, and that pushes ICC out to a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Jim, that's just a way of ending the quarter there. That's a good look for the Lady Indians.
No doubt about it, Jordan. The reason we're up 21-17 is because of our defense causing those turnovers. Our largest lead of the night now is the end of the first quarter, 21-17.
Let's take a break. Let's come back with more first half action right after this. This is Lady Indian basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
For all your insurance needs, give Joey Cox a call at 662-401-7732 or stop by and see him at 710 South Adams Street in Fulton. Joey be happy to see the Lady Indians up 21-17 over Northeast in the first home action of the 2021 season for Lady Indian basketball. Jim, we're a quarter into the first home game of the year, big one against Northeast. We got a good battle on our hands.
No doubt about it, and we're playing outstanding defense. We're up by 4 here starting the second quarter.
Both teams a little turnover prone early on. I don't know if you credit that to difficulties on the offensive end or just really good defense on both ends, as that time it was Burse into the lane, tried to go up with it, fouled by Mariah Holland. It'll be Holland's first personal, team's first of the second quarter.
Jordan, is this the first time Northeast has been to the line tonight?
It is.
That's what I thought.
Only 2 fouls in the first quarter by ICC. Neither one of those were shooting fouls, so Burse will step to the line for the first time for the Lady Tigers. Burse leads Northeast in scoring at 16 points per game. She's 6 of 12 on the year from the free throw line.
And that's her first point of the ball game.
Second shot, back iron, no good, so she likes that 50% clip, as she'll be at 7 of 14 now on the year. She splits off the line, and the Indians lead it by 3. Working it around the arc. Edwards for 3 off the left side. She airballed this one, and it's going to go out of bounds. Good look. She was wide open, just can't get it to go there. Robin Porter has done what we're used to her doing. She's played about 10 or 11 ladies here early on. The depth, when you're going to full court press the way she likes to do, depth's a key, and she looks like she has it again.
21-18, Indians up by 3. Northeast has the ball. 9:25 left in the second period.
Berry with the ball, drives the lane. Good pass up front to Williamson, who tries to go up and under. Can't get it to go, but fouled in the process. As they like to take Williamson, run her from block to block. Pretty athletic lady down there, and she's able to get it open on the left side. Nowhere to go with it, but gets up and under and fouled in the process. Foul goes against Mariah Holland, her second personal, and that's probably going to be all we see of Mariah for the first half. Checking into the game is Cleo Worrells. Worrells, freshman out of Hinesville, Georgia, the Bradwell Institute. Seeing some action here early on. First free throw, no good for Williamson. There's the second one. It's back iron, rolls around, and goes down for the freshman. So 1 point lead.
21-20. Indians up. 9:10 left into the second period.
Shamari Overton, sophomore point guard out front. Going to give off to the right side, working off a screen. He's Hatch, now swinging it back across the floor, back into the arms of Overton. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Floater in the lane, can't get it to go, deflected out of bounds. ICC will hold on to possession, but only 6 seconds on the shot clock. So not a lot of time to work your offense. You've really got to get something going here quickly. As Scarlett Guess, leading scorer for the Indians so far on the year, back into the game. She'll throw this one in.
And D.D. Shepard came in also during that timeout.
Overton with it. Now back into the corner to Guess. Got to get something up quickly. And, you know, it looked like the ladies knew they didn't have much time to work with, but still couldn't get that open look they were looking for. And Guess wanted to fire it up, and she was covered.
And the two people that had the ball were the ones that just came in. I'm not sure they knew we had 6 seconds
Maybe
left.
not. Maybe not. It does allow you to reset defensively, though, so you get back into that trap. As ball swings all the way across the floor into the arms of Phillips. Thinks about driving in, but now pulls back and allows the offense to get a fresh look with Kinsey Sharp. Sharp starts left, now comes back right. Skip pass into the corner to Phillips. Now back to Williamson for three. First three we've seen from Williamson. She airballs it. Saved from going out of bounds is D.D. Shepard. She'll get the rebound on that one, and she'll bring the ball up the floor herself. Into the corner to Guess. Guess for three.
That's
ball
blocked.
Partially blocked. Got her on rebound, and it blocked again by Williamson. So 2 blocks on that possession. 1 by Berry, 1 by Williamson. And Northeast now has the ball, chance to take the lead. Foul way out front by D.D. Shepard, trying to cut off the ball, and, well, she cut it off partly due to a foul. That's 2 fouls on Shepard as well. So Coach Porter over there going to have to be creative in her substitution patterns here now.
8:07 left in the second period, 21-20. Indians up by 1.
2 forwards with 2 fouls, and 1 in Shepard, 1 in Holland. 1 point lead. Northeast again with a chance to take the lead. And that ball, they're trying to get it down low to Williamson. She wasn't looking whatsoever, and it just sails out of bounds up into the stands. No team is led by more than 4 points, as it's been a tight affair all the way through. Northeast led it early. ICC stormed back at the end of the first quarter, led it by as much as 4, but that 1 to 2 point range has been about where we've been throughout the game so far. ICC still looking for their first points of the second quarter. 10 on the shot clock. Harris gives off into the corner. Now floater put up off the back iron, no good there for Gillespie. Tried to just float one in with the right hand there at the block. Just, again, not a very good look on that offensive possession.
Indians up by 1, 21-20, 7:20 left in the second period.
I tell you, you got to watch Sharp. She'll pull up that 3 in a heartbeat on you. She's quicker than a hiccup. Harris had a good look at it for ICC on the offensive end, but when she finally gets possession of the basketball, she's standing out of bounds. So a turnover again there for the Lady Indians.
You know, Jordan, we're talking about Kinsey Sharp, listed as 4'11". If you notice, she's shooting those 3-pointers. She's left-handed.
She is. The lefty puts it up as ball goes down low, whistle and a travel. Burst did a good job of getting her on rebound, but she shuffled those feet before she was able to put it back up. So another turnover there on Northeast. And it just seems like a turnover after turnover at this juncture of the game, just back and forth. No team can really get a good possession going on the offensive end.
You're right, Jordan. Like you said, we have not scored second period. We're still up 21-20. 6:50 left in the second period.
Overton gives off right side. Now another Shot put up in the lane. A whistle and a charge is going to be called against Nadia Gillespie. If she got a good look, put it up. But they're going to say that Northeast was set there in the lane. A charge, and that's going to be the fifth foul in the second quarter, or the fourth foul in the second quarter against the Lady Indians. So 4 fouls for the Lady Indians, 0 for the Lady Tigers here in the second quarter. Pass goes into the corner, look for 3, airballed over the back iron for Khalesia Phillips. And quickly up the floor comes Shamaria Overton, and that's what she likes to do. She gets the rebound, pushes it all the way up the floor in a hurry. Fouled as she tries to go up with the right hand. She'll go to the line for 2.
Good drive by Shamaria. We need to hit these free throws. Like you said, Jordan, we have not scored here in the second period. We're still up 21-20.
Well, there goes Kathy Burst with her second foul. There's some foul trouble there. Burst comes into the game leading scorer for the Lady Tigers. And you would think with 6:25 to go in the first half, she may be forced to spend the rest of the half over on the bench. She does come off the floor. Onto the floor for Northeast comes Sanaya Finley, freshman out of New Albany. Sub off Burst. That first free throw by Overton is up and good. Shamari is a really good leader for this team. She played a good bit last year in backup point guard action. His second free throw rattles around no good. Williamson with a rebound. But she's one of those ladies that's thought of, as well as, you know, Scarlett Guest and Mariah Holland. That's your 3 sophomore leaders, as well as Zaire Burgess coming into the year. You've got 4 sophomores there that have played a lot, that you're really going to depend on a lot, especially here early on. It's whistling a foul. Got to go against the Lady Indians. Nadia Gillespie going to get called. That's her second.
And the 5th already here in the second quarter.
Team's 5th, and that's going to be free throws for the rest of the quarter. So you're talking about 6+ minutes and free throw opportunities coming for Northeast. As Phillips will go to the line. 2 of 4 on the year. First one rattles around good. ICC only 1 point and only almost 4 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Just going cold a bit here on the offensive end. Phillips' second free throw is good, and that ties the game back up. So all square at 22, 6:12 to play in the first half. Northeast with a little bit of pressure on their own here. Ball worked up the floor to Scarlett Guest, now back up top with Hatch, and she'll control the point for the Lady Indians.
6 minutes left until halftime. We're all knotted up 22 apiece.
Hatch off a screen from Warriors, now back to Overton. Down on the block to Warriors, goes to work with the right hand, whistle, and a travel.
Move the pivot foot.
I guess that pivot foot slid as she put the ball on the floor. She knew it there as basketball was handed over quickly, and back onto the defensive end she went. It's just turnovers left and right have dominated this second quarter. Tigers outscoring the Indians 5-1 so far in the second quarter in nearly 5 minutes of action. Williamson, good pass down low. Now kick back out top to Sharp. Now over to Berry, who pulls the trigger on the 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to Warriors. Now up the floor, all by herself out front is Harris. She finishes it with a left hand. I don't know how she got by herself out front, but a nice job there by Ardesia Harris to get up there, catch the pass, and finish it out in transition.
Lady Indians up by 2 here. 5:10 left in the second period.
Phillips for 3, no good. Rebound batted up in the air by Williamson, but she can't control it, and ICC's got it. Here they come up the floor once again. Into the lane, going up right hand. It won't go, but fouled in the process. A nice job there out in transition by, I believe it was Amelia Hatch. She rolled around there for a minute, finally gets her legs back under her. It wasn't Hatch, it was Harris that was out front, so good job by Harris. 2 possessions in a row out in transition. Foul goes on Sanaya Finley. Her first personal, team second, but it's the ladies down low. It's the forwards that are in foul trouble here for Northeast. You got Williamson on the floor with 2 fouls. Kathy Burst, the leading scorers, on the bench with 2 fouls. First free throw by Harris is up and good. So a 3-point lead for ICC. 5:02 to play in the first half. And Harris will await her second free throw. It's up and good. So, Jim, what's the free throw shooting looking like over there as the Lady Indians have shot it pretty well off the charity stripe so far?
We're doing well. We are 7 of 10, I believe, right now.
So 70% clip. 4-point lead matches the largest lead of the night for ICC as they settle back into a half-court man-to-man defense. 18 seconds on the shot clock here for Northeast. The forward Williamson pops out, gives down low to Barry. Now Barry swings across the floor to Sharp. Thinks about the three. Now puts the ball on the floor. Ball knocked loose. ICC 2-on-1 out in transition as Edwards tried to get it across the floor. They're going to say ball was not knocked loose. She double dribbled it herself. That's the whistle. As it looked to me like she was trying to pass it out front. Ball got knocked loose.
Jordan, what I've seen the last 3 possessions for the Lady Indians, we've taken the ball and dribbled. They hadn't stopped our dribble, just taken it in for layups. Last 2 possessions, we've used our speed, athleticism, and just dribbled the ball to the goal.
Northeast trying to break this full-court press actions. Ball's knocked loose, almost was intercepted there by Ardesia Harris. As Harris is having a really good game here early on, guys, as she's done a good job out front, knocking that ball loose, getting out in transition. And ICC struggled to control the basketball, but she's done a good job out in transition of finishing it when she's had her hands on it.
And she leads the team with 8 points so far tonight.
3-point shot up from Northeast off the wing, rattles around, no good. As Northeast is a team that's only shot the 3 ball at 25% on the year, but they've fallen in love with it here early on tonight. And you know when you start out 3 of 3 from the 3-point line, that'll make you do it. There's a 3-pointer for ICC, no good. Rebound in the arms of Burgess. Now kicked out top of the key, won't go. Basketball knocked loose, and now Sharp, the smallest girl on the floor, comes around with the rebound.
Indians up 26-22, 3:45 left in the second period.
Turnover for Northeast, and again, here comes ICC. Amelia Hatch up the left side of the floor, goes to work off the left side, puts up a shot, and fouled from behind. And they're going to get Sanaya Finley, I believe, there, and that's going to be her second personal. It is on Finley. She came into the game to sub off Kathy Burse, who was in foul trouble as well. Now Finley, the other freshman down low, she's in trouble herself.
Good drive. As I told you, we're penetrating off the dribble. They're not stopping our dribble, so we're going in for layups, either making the layups or getting fouled.
So here goes Hatch. Excuse me, I cannot tell if that's 20 or 21 from where I sit.
It's 21.
21, so it is Harris to the free throw line. Oh, it's 20. It's Hatch. That 0, and this sounds funny, but that 0 and 1 from where I'm sitting,
it is.
It looks a lot alike. Amelia Hatch with her first free throw good, and that expands the lead to 5 points. That's the largest lead of the night for ICC. Second shot coming here from Hatch, up and good. That's a 6-point lead, 3:40 now to go in the first half, and back into that full court press goes the Lady Indians. Trying to trap the basketball, ball knocked loose again. That one's by Hatch. She's going to finish it off the right side with a right-hand layup, and that pushes the lead out to 8. 4 consecutive points by Amelia Hatch has pushed the Lady Indians out to their largest lead of the night. Ball back and forth all the way up the floor as they try to break the press. Again, 3-point shot by Oswalt up, and this one is good. So Oswalt, who checked into the game, the freshman out of Wheeler. I tell you what, they know how to play basketball up at Wheeler.
No doubt.
She knocks home her second tray of the night. It cuts the lead back to 5.
30-25, 3 minutes left until halftime. Lady Indians up by 5.
Let's set the lineup here for ICC. Overton with the ball, Burgess and Harris out top. In the corners, we have Hatch as well as Chloe Edwards. So that's the 5 on the floor for the Lady Indians. As the shot won't go, rebound goes to Northeast as they got a lady all by herself out top. Pass was almost too late, but they get it out front there into the arms of Chandria Watson, and she finishes it. And a 5-0 run cuts the lead to 3. As let's kick it over to Adam Gore for a Sonic Studio update before we take it to break.
Appreciate it, Jordan. For those looking for the ICC's men's game, it's over on nemcctv.com/black. That's nemcctv.com/black. It's 18 minutes ago in the first half of play. Itawamba, or ICC I should say, is up 5-2. Early goings in that one.
That Sonic Studio update, they're brought to you by Sonic. Text them at 876-642 to get special offers. Message and data rates may apply. Also, don't forget to download the Sonic app for additional specials. Buddy Long & Company, proud sponsor of ICC Athletics, reminds you that when you open a Coke, you're opening happiness. Thank you to Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottlers for sponsoring ICC Athletics. Also, the ICC BSU. Brother Chris Burrows is proud to lead the ICC BSU, and the ICC BSU meets on Monday nights at 7:07. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. 30-27, ICC leads this one, 2:41 to go in the first half. As they push the lead out to 8, that was their largest lead of the night. But right back, a tray from Northeast and then a forced turnover and a finish out in front in transition cut the lead right back to 3.
2:35 left to halftime. Lady Indians with the ball.
Hatch into the lane, Kicks off to Overton, who pulls up for three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound, batted around. Finally, he's going to land in the arms of Oswalt for Northeast. And you can see they try to push that out as fast as they can. Don't allow that trap any time to set up. As Oswalt, same spot as the last one. Front iron, no good this time, though. And she likes that very spot on the floor. She shot it right there 3 times in the last 4 possessions. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Overton allows the offense to set up. Hatch off the left side wing. Works off the screen. Now pulls up from the logo in the middle of the floor. Front iron, no good. Rebound into the arms of ICC. And fouled in the process of going back up with it was Cleo Warriors. She's going to work there in the rebounding phase. Fouled and goes to the line here for 2 as that one goes against Calicia Phillips. That's Phillips' first personal, team's 4th here in the second quarter. So for the first time tonight, we'll see Warriors off the charity stripe. Has not attempted a free throw so far on the year. It's up and good. Warriors definitely has some promise, and that's what you expect with the out-of-staters you have on the team. Out of Hinesville, Georgia, the Bradwell Institute. She's at 6'2", freshman. And Coach Porter and Coach Adams are really excited to have her here. That she provides some much-needed depth down to the low post as rolls around the second free throw. It's up and good as well. So back to a 5-point advantage here for ICC. Under 2 minutes to play in the half.
Lady Indians up 32-27.
Pass just sails out of bounds. That's the second time that we've seen Barry try to get the ball down to the low post and just completely miss everybody. If there was nobody within 5 feet of the basketball, it bounces off of the Indian head there on the mat behind the goal. Out of bounds, and ICC has it back. Up 5, minute 35 to play. Hatch, basketball out top, gives back to Overton, who goes down low to Burgess. Now into the low post with Worriel. She puts up and fouled again. She'll go back to the stripe for 2 more. And did they get Faith Williamson for that foul? No, they did not, though. She's bailed out. It could have gone against her. They get Chandria Watson instead. Watson's second. That would have been the 3rd if it was against Williamson. Nonetheless, 2 on Watson will send Worriels back to the line. She made 2 on the last possession. See if she can replicate it. Hits the back iron and it rolls around in there friendly. You know, you can tell she's a pretty decent basketball player because if I would have done that, I would have shot about 10 feet up in the air off the back iron.
We are right now 14 of 16 from free throw line.
Second shot from Cleo. Ritt rolls around, no good. Rebound to Burgess. Comes out into the corner. 3-point shot. Up it goes right there for Chloe Edwards. Her second tray of the night. She finishes it out of the corner. As that's a 4-point swing there for the Indians off the foul. Out to a 9-point advantage here. Largest lead of the night for ICC. Oswalt for 3. Back iron, no good. 4th time from that same exact spot. She's made 1 of the 4. Basketball rolls out of bounds, and ICC will have it back. And, Jim, they've got a chance to go up by double digits.
No doubt, and we'll take 1 for 4 from 3-point line. We're playing very well defensively, and we're also hitting 14 of 17 from free throw line so far tonight. As you mentioned, we've got a 9-point lead, a minute 4 left until halftime.
Scarlett Guest subs onto the floor. She takes off Chloe Edwards. Edwards, those 2 big threes here so far on the night for the Lady Indians. Overton, Burgess, Hatch, Worriels, and Guess are the 5 here on the floor for ICC. Hatch with the left hand into the lane, kicks to Overton. Now down low to Burgess. Pull-up jumper off the glass, in and good. Nice shot there by Zaire. Burgess using the glass. The bank's open for the sophomore. Out to an 11-point lead, and there she is on the defensive end as well. Right there into the face of the tree of Barry, who throws a pass up the floor. It sails out of bounds, and ICC leads it by 11 and has a chance to expand with 40 seconds to go here in the first half.
Lady Indians playing great defense so far tonight. She mentioned we're up by 4 into the first quarter. We got an 11-point lead here with 30 seconds left until halftime.
Stick with us for the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll take a look back at our keys of the game. We'll see how the men's action is going up in Boonville, and we'll take a look at the stats brought to you by Sonic as well. Down low to Worriels. Back glass no good. Foul in the process. They're going to say that either Worriels or Burgess won. Going to get called for a push in the back on the rebound. So we've also got an interview with Reggie Kelly coming up for you during the Little Caesars halftime report. So the one bad thing about that over the back call is you're in Northeast is in the bonus, so you foul 80 feet away from the basket, and that's going to allow them an opportunity to cut it back to single digits before the half with Chandria Watson going to the free throw line. First free throw by Watson rattles around in and good. That cuts the lead back down to 10. As it was really a slow start to the quarter by ICC, but they've rattled off about 10 points in the last 2 minutes and really come to life on the offensive end. But still, that defense has been what's led to the offense. Second free throw rolls around, no good for Watson. ICC's got it. 12 seconds to go in the half. Overton in control on the offensive end. Into the corner with Nash. Now back to Overton. Swings the ball into the hands of Charlotte Guess, who puts it off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Williamson, and that will run out the clock here in the first half. Well, you got Scarlett Guess, a good look at it over in the corner. She couldn't get it to go home, but all things considered, that was a good close to the first half, Jim, there for the Lady Indians.
Jordan, a good second period. You mentioned we came out the first 4 minutes, I think, had 1 point here in the second quarter. We made a great run, all set up by our defense, causing turnovers. You mentioned we got a 38-28 lead here at halftime.
38-28, it's the half here at the Davis Event Center as the Lady Indians lead the Lady Tigers in a rivalry matchup here from Fulton. We'll be back with the Little Caesars halftime report right after this. Got a lot of content for you. We hope you'll stick around with us. This is Lady Indian basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tribe! I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
38-28, ICC leads Northeast in Lady basketball here from the Davis Event Center. This is the Little Caesars halftime report. The quickest pizza in Itawamba County just got even quicker thanks to the Little Caesars app. Just place your order from the convenience of your phone. It'll be hot and ready before you can get to 1405 South Adams Street to pick it up. We've got a treat for you here during the halftime shows. We're going to come back with the stats after this, but this is a spotlight brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Stop by and see our friend Dr. Gabe Rulowitz and all the outstanding people there at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Reggie Kelly here with an interview that's going to take a little bit of time for us during the halftime report, but he's got some stuff to share with us. Good interview here with Reggie Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to win? Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Who you got this weekend? That's on me. That's on me, my man.
I gotta hear. I want to get your prediction first.
Oh, mine. And somebody asked me this yesterday, and I was like, my brain's telling me the Chiefs, but my heart is telling me Tampa Bay. How can you go against? How can you go against Brady? That's the question. You know, I saw somebody post a stat where they said if you compare how many times Brady has made it to the Super Bowl versus how many times, or the 3-point percentage of Steph Curry. The percentage of Brady making the Super Bowl is better than Curry making a 3-point. That's just insane. But I'm going to go with Tampa Bay.
You know what? I'm right along with you, man. You know what? It's hard to go against Kansas City. Number one, they have great barbecue.
Yeah, that's facts.
Number two, the head coach he's a genius. The offensive coordinator is very, very aggressive and a great mastermind. The quarterback is out of this world, one of the up-and-coming stars for many, many years to come. Chris Jones, a fellow MSU alum, and he's holding down that defensive line. An excellent play. It's hard really to go against Kansas City, but I'm rooting for Tampa Bay for more reasons than one. When I was a 17, 18-year-old snotty-nosed kid from Aberdeen, Mississippi, Bruce Arians was one of the first coaches to recruit me at Mississippi State. Came to my house. He was the offensive coordinator there at Mississippi State. Came to my house, met my parents. My parents fell in love with him. And my dad and I still talk about Coach Bruce Arians to this day. Bruce brought me to Mississippi State. He was one of the main reasons why I went. And he gave me a tidbit of information when I was a freshman. He said, listen to me, freshman. Trust the technique. Don't trust your talents. Don't trust the gifts. Trust the technique. The technique will get the job done for you. Then when you add your talents to the mix, that's when greatness comes. And he told me, I remember that since I was a freshman in the NFL, because he told me, listen, the position is going to change. The person in the position is going to change. You're not going to be at Mississippi State all your life. Then the next tight end is not going to be at Mississippi State, but the technique is going to stay the same. So regardless of who we put in here, they're still going to have to do the technique. And so I spoke with Coach B.A. I spoke with him right before the playoff began. And I wished him well and just told him, man, you know who I'm rooting for. And I've still had a great relationship with him since I was a 17-year-old kid coming out of Aberdeen. And so, so I got to root for him. The second reason is I remember what Tom Brady did to my Atlanta Falcons a few years back. And so if he can pull that one off, anything is possible. So with those two combinations, I'm going to go for Tampa Bay. But that's why we wait to see how the game plays out.
Absolutely. And by the way, one more thing I've got to ask now. What's on the menu this weekend?
Well, you can't have Super Bowl without having some dip. So we got some sauce, some chips and dip. We got some wings on deck, too. I can't wait. I haven't had wings in a long time. I actually fast from wings for about a month or so before the Super Bowl so that when I do get a chance to eat, I'm going in on them. Absolutely. So I got to have some wings, got to have some chips and dip. I'm going to have some celery and carrots, but, that's just for decoration.
That's like any time I go somewhere, they're like, would you like celery or carrots? I'm just like, I hate for you to waste them, but it didn't bring them that bad. So. Well, Reggie, again, man, it's been a great conversation. Thank you for everything you do. I know you're dedicated to bringing good to life, and we need a lot more of that in this world. And you're one of those ambassadors of good, as I like to call it. And anytime we can do, or anytime you want to come back on the show, man, just hit me up and we'll chat again. It's been a great conversation. Good catching up as well.
Thanks, man. It's always a pleasure, man. I appreciate you. You've been doing great things for a long time, man. Continue to do great things in the community and continue to just be you, man. It's refreshing to see that. And I wish you nothing but continued success, man. And let's go State.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
Back here inside the Davis Event Centers, we're about 2 minutes to getting action back started here in ladies action. The Lady Indians lead Northeast 38-28, as it was a second quarter that was all ICC that pushed them out to an 11-point lead at one point, but finally the 10 was where we settled at the halftime break. Let's take a look at the numbers here during the Little Caesars halftime report. Take a look specifically at the scoring column for both teams. First off with Northeast, they shot 9 of 24 from the floor, 37%. 4 of 15 from the three-point line, 26%. So that's right there where they're at for the season. And 6 of 8 off the free throw line for a total of 75%. They were led in the scoring column by Calicia Phillips. She was 2 of 4 shooting, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, 2 of 2 off the free throw line for a total of 7 points. Also in the starting lineup, Kenzie Sharp, 2 threes for Sharp, 2 of 4 from the field, all 4 of those attempts were from behind the arc for a total of 6 points for the freshman point guard, Kinsey Sharp. Also, Natria Berry with 4 points, as well as Kathy Burst. She came into the night as the leading scorer for the Lady Tigers. Only 1 point, though. 0 of 3 from the floor, 0 of 1 from the 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So our only point comes from the free throw line. Burst averaging 16 points per game, only 1 so far in the first half, and that's due in part to the foul trouble she was in. 2 fouls early on, only played 9.5 minutes in the first half. Faith Williamson rounds out that starting lineup for Northeast. She stayed on the floor every minute of the first half with 4 points and 4 rebounds for Northeast. Also action seen by Shandria Watson. She had 3 points. Brittany Oswalt had a 3. Sherika Shears played and did not score, as well as Sanaya Finley played and did not score. 15 turnovers, Jim, was the number that really stuck out to me about Northeast in the first half. That's the one that got them in the most trouble throughout the half. Flipping the page, looking at the Lady Indians, as Robin Porter was able to play 11 different ladies in the first half, led in scoring by someone off the bench, and Deja Harris, 8 points for Harris, the freshman, off the floor on 3 of 8 shooting. Zaire Burgess, 3 of 3 off the floor, 2 of 2 off the line, 8 points as well. So 2 ladies at 8 points for the Lady Indians. Good work off the bench, really, from all the depth that Coach Porter has there. Chloe Edwards, she had 2 threes as well for a total of 6 points in 10 minutes of action. Rounding out that starting order, Shamaria Overton, 5 points, as well as Scarlett Guess had 3 points. 8 points for Zaire Burgess, as we mentioned, and Dee Dee Shepard did not score but played considerably there in the first half. As we get back to action, here from Fulton, also in the scoring column in the first half, Nadia Gillespie had a point. Cleo Worrells had 3 points. And Amelia Hatch had 4 points. So 38-28 halftime score here from Fulton as Mariah Holland finally back into the game. Holland played very sparingly there in the first half, only 6.5 minutes due to some foul trouble.
And Sharp, all 4-11 of her got the rebound for Northeast.
Burst to work early on, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound, puts it back, it won't go. Rebound knocked out front and controlled by Shamaria Overton. Overton pulls out right there as she was into some trouble out into the front court. Now kicks off to the elbow to Zaire Burgess. Now left side of the offensive set. Back to Holland, being guarded by Williamson from Northeast. Goes back to her left side. As Harris gives back. Harrison Holland playing out top of the key. Ball goes into the corner to Scarlett Guess. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ball knocked loose and tied up as Guess and Berry are on the floor. Ball tied up. Possession arrow favors Northeast, and they'll control the basketball with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Lady Indians up 38-28 over the Rivals. 9 minutes left in the third period.
This full court pressure has really been a doozy for Northeast through the first half. All the way up the floor to Burst. She puts up off the glass, no good, but fouled. As you can see in the face of Burst some frustration there. Getting some looks there at the glass, has not been able to finish those, but she will have an opportunity here from the free throw line. Foul goes against Mariah Holland, and Mariah just can't stay out of foul trouble so far here tonight. Third foul for Holland comes at the 8:54 mark in the third quarter, and we'll see Nadia Gillespie right back out there. Free throw off the iron, no good for Burst. And that just adds to the frustration, is when you're getting looks, can't finish them, and you're getting fouled. You really want to be able to pick up those points off the line. She gets the second one to go, but sticking right there at that 50% mark is Burst, the sophomore.
Lady Indians up by 9, have the ball, 8:45 left in the third period.
Overton swings it down the baseline, now back into the corner with Gillespie. She pulls out to the wing, down to the corner to Scarlett Guess. Entry pass down to the low post to Burgess, who fights for it, and she's going to be fouled in the process. This ball was just a pinball, bouncing all over the place. Finally, she gets her hands on it and is fouled by Faith Williamson. Williamson's third, team's first of the quarter. As Williamson played every minute in the first half, but she's going to have to be subbed off here. So they don't want to let her get into any more foul trouble. The freshman out of Kossuth High School will have to take a break. Good entry pass down low to Zaire Burgess as the pass comes in from Ardesia Harris. That's how you want an inbounds look to be.
Good job, Jordan. Burgess goes into double digits, got 10 points now, leading the Lady Indians.
Active again on the defensive end is up and under. I don't know how that thing went in right there for Shandria Watson, as she threw up a prayer and somehow it came straight down and in.
It counts.
It counts. Look, counts just the same as anything else. But what a look there from Watson. 9-point advantage for the Indians. Driving in the lane, lots of contact fought through. It's going to go out of bounds off of ICC, but it looked like Nadia Gillespie fought through a lot of contact there.
Had a no call. Could have been charging or foul on Northeast. We didn't get the call.
Pressure from ICC up the floor in a hurry for Northeast. Watson, ball stripped loose and lands into the hands of Zaire Burgess. Now here comes Overton, trying to work out in transition. Back to Guest, now back to Overton off of the right side wing. Dribble drive, foul, and they're going to say foul on the floor. So as she drove off the right side, the whistle came.
40-31, Lady Indians over the Lady Tigers, 7:42 left in the third period.
Foul goes on to Tria Berry, her second personal, team second. Let's see if the Lady Indians have another inbound look here like the last one. Beautiful pass the last time from Harris to Burgess. Let's see what they draw up here. And again, they tried to go with it to the left side. Nothing there, though, and now they're going to go down low with entry pass, and there's going to be a whistle and a jump ball quickly called as it went into the hands of Worrells. A nice job by Phillips of Northeast to get over there and tie that one up. Possession arrow goes back to Northeast. I thought it should be ICC.
I think it's ICC's ball,
I don't think the possession arrow flipped on the last one.
Well,
because there was a tie-up on one of the first possessions of the half.
Correct.
As the official scorer and whoever's flipping that arrow back and forth weren't on the same page over across the way.
ICC's ball up 40-31.
Entry pass to Burgess. Now swinging around the floor to Overton. Shot clock resets off the jump ball. Overton being defended by Sharp out front, top of the key. Burgess going to work down to the low post. Now here comes the left hand. Overton kicks over to the corner. Pulling up, jumper off the baseline, rolls around, no good. Getting the rebound, though. Nice job. It was ICC's. Burgess now goes back up again, and that time it goes home. So the first rebound went to Worrells. She put it up, couldn't get it to go. Burgess got the second one, and she made it go home. So 2 offensive boards there. Big for the Lady Indians.
Burgess really hitting the boards tonight, leading the team with 12 points.
Sharp pulls up, air balls, no good. Rebounded by the Indians. She falls to the floor and goes out of bounds, and I don't know if she just lost her balance coming down or if there was some contact I couldn't see. But she was in position for the rebound and couldn't get down inbounds.
42-31. Lady Indians up. 6:57 left in the third period.
Phillips will throw the basketball in for Northeast. Setting up in that box set. Now working off the screen. Trying to get the basketball in. Goes into Burst, now gives back to Phillips with the left hand. Ball knocked loose. Somehow it ends up in the hands of Burst, and she fades away from about 10 feet for an air ball.
Good defense. Lady Indians have stopped Burst tonight so far.
Overton
6:40 left in the third period.
With some numbers. Swing pass across the floor, up off the glass, no good by Harris. But there with the rebound and put back is Cleo Worrells. So Worrells going to work off the glass here, leading us some offense for the Lady Indians.
Worrells getting some good minutes off the bench.
Pull-up jumper from Burst. She airballs another one, and she's frustrated out there. Shaking that head as she's struggling and even walking over towards the bench as she's going to check herself out of the game. She's going to take a break as Sanaya Finley checks back in. Sophomore leader from Northeast has not been able to get going here so far tonight, plagued by some foul trouble, but really plagued by good defense from ICC.
No doubt. She's only got 2 points from the free throw line. That's all she has tonight.
13-point lead for the Indians. That's the largest lead of the night so far. Overton, basketball off the right side elbow. Gives off down low to Burgess, who turns away, gives off to Scarlett Guest. She pulls up for 3, no good. Not a very good look on the offensive end that time for the Lady Indians. Down the floor, in a hurry, comes Phillips. She's fouled in the process. It's Calicia Phillips. I don't know if they'll call that one on the floor or say she was shooting. Yes, on the floor. Third foul of the quarter against ICC. That one's going to go against Shamaria Overton. That's her first.
Lady Indians with their largest lead tonight, 44-31, 5:56 left in the third period.
Pass comes in to Mo Daniel. Give back up top to Sharp. Now back into the corner to Daniel. Daniel goes to work off the baseline with the right hand, and a whistle and a hand check call, or a freedom of movement call, that is, goes against Zaire Burgess. So reset the shot clock to 20. Substitution time for the Lady Indians, as we'll see Ardesia Harris come off the floor and Dee Dee Shepard back into action here at the 5:47 mark. Entry pass into the corner. Now back into the hands of Phillip off the wing in front of her home bench. Comes to the left side over to Barry, who drives the lane, puts up a floater off the lane with the right hand. It's in and good, and cuts the lead back to 11 points. So nice looking basket there from Natria Barry as she tries to cut it back to single digits. So we'll see Hatch in control offensively. Gives off to Guess in the right side corner. Now back up top to Worrells. D.D. Shepard off left side wing right in front of Coach Porter. Down low, Zaire Burgess is working down in that low post. Good pass to Gillespie, and gives it back to Hatch, and Hatch is able to knock that one home from about 8 feet. It's a good offensive set there. Basketball swung all the way around the perimeter and finally lands in an open spot. As whistle, play stopped, and it looks like Scarlett Guess may have turned an ankle or something.
She came down on the rebound on Northeast's ankle. She's been limping the last few times down the court.
Nice job there by the officials. I believe it was Felicia Davis who stopped play, allowed Guess to get off the floor, reset things at 27 seconds on the shot clock, and now back into that press comes the Lady Indians.
Lady Indians up by 13 points, 46-33.
Burgess on the defensive end there, as well as Gillespie. That ball's knocked loose by Gillespie down under the goal. Great job down low tonight by Cleo Gillespie. Excuse me, Nadia Gillespie, not Cleo. It's Cleo Worrells, and Cleo's done a good job down low as well as she knocked that one loose. Ball up the floor in a hurry into the hands of Phillips. Puts it up right hand, no good. Foul out of bounds off the hands of ICC as it was knocked out of bounds by Zaire Burgess. A block. So we had an official right here in my face. I couldn't tell who got a hold of it. Barry pulls up from the free throw line, no good. D.D. Shepard fighting through some trouble with the rebound, and now she'll come up the floor into the arms of Edwards, and that allows the offense to reset. As Hatch holds it out top, 20 seconds on the shot clock, being defended by Kenzie Sharp.
Indians up 46-33, 4:05 left in the third period.
Good move there by Burgess with the pump fake, comes to the right side and held in the process. Faith Williamson, I thought he motioned 10. I'm going to say that's 40 instead. Sanaya Finley, that's her third personal. Williamson also has 3 as she checked out about 3 minutes ago, and we've not seen her back in the game since picking up that third foul. "13-point lead, matches the largest of the night for the Lady Indians. As ball comes down low again to Burgess, who with the right hand puts it up, back iron no good. Rebound into the arms of Nadia Gillespie, and they're going to say over the back.
Over the back.
Maybe a push in the back more than an over the back call there as Gillespie gets into the back of Northeast.
You know, you got to give Sharp credit. Give Sharp credit. She's 4'11", hitting the boards for Northeast tonight.
She's been impressive, and boy, she came out hot early on tonight from three-point range, as well as on the defensive end. Barry, 2-on-1 numbers for Northeast, tried to pass it out, but a great job by Zaire Burgess of getting in the passing lane. Burgess, one of those sophomores we talked about earlier, being counted on as one of the leaders for this team. She's playing an outstanding game here tonight on the home floor.
Lady Indians up 46-33, 3:45 left in the third period.
Phillips for 3 on the give and go out of the corner. Back iron no good, and there she is right on key. Zaire Burgess with the rebound. D.D. Shepard pushing it up the floor into the arms of Gillespie. Couldn't quite make it go, and it rattles around out of bounds. Well, that was a good pass by D.D. Shepard all the way up the floor, and Gillespie just couldn't quite handle it. So substitutions here for ICC. Gillespie subs off the floor. We'll see Ardesia Harris come back in. So let's set the floor for ICC. We've got Amelia Hatch as well as Chloe Edwards, Ardesia Harris, D.D. Shepard, and Zaire Burgess. That's the 5 on the floor at the 3:30 mark here in this third quarter for the Lady Indians. Phillips for 3, bottom of the net, and good. Well, you don't want them to get hot from 3 again, as they proved to you in the first half. If they could string a couple of those together, as we saw at 2 different spots through the first half. So back to a 10-point advantage for ICC.
Phillips leads Northeast with 10 points tonight.
Shepard swings left side to Harris. Burgess is just going to work on that low block every play. Again, off the logo, tries to use all the back glass to put it in. Can't get it to go. And the rebound goes into the arms of Barry for Northeast. Now pushing it up the floor, trying to stay out of that press. Sharp, a step inside the three-point line. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound here to D.D. Shepard for ICC. Pass Goes over to Hatch, who resets, now to Shepard, now back into the corner to Edwards. 4-3 out of the corner, bottom of the net for Chloe Edwards. By my count, that's her third tray of the night. The freshman Chloe Edwards out of Yazoo City is hot from downtown.
Got all 9 points from three-point line.
And that's why you go right back into that pressure. It's trying to push the ball up the floor to Kinsey Sharp. She can't handle it. It rolls out of bounds, and ICC forces yet another turnover.
Jordan, you're right. Robin Porter's done a great job tonight, rotating players in and out, causing the pressure problems.
And you got to have depth to play at that pace and to press up and down the floor for 40 minutes. And that's one thing the Lady Indians have, is it's been 11 ladies in and out substituting all night long. A good job with the substitution patterns over there by Coach Porter. 13-point advantage. ICC with a chance to expand it to the largest lead of the night. Hatch kicks to Shepard, left hand into the lane, gives off down to her right side to Warriors. Got a whistle on a foul, I think, away from the ball. Fouls on 30, Kalicia Phillips, her second, team's fourth. So not into the bonus yet. Next foul will be into the bonus. Both teams 4 fouls here at the 2:06 mark in the third quarter. She pass knocked loose over across the way by Phillips, so we'll reset it over in the corner to throw it in. That's a tough place to throw the basketball in. So you've got the sideline, then you've got the baseline. So you've really got two barriers that you're working against as far as getting it in. Harris gives off underneath.
Nice.
Great job there by Warriors. A little up and under there by Cleo. She finishes it off the right side, and that's a 15-point advantage now for ICC, largest of the night. And there's Warriors again. Basketball flies into her hands as the ball gets knocked loose. Numbers for ICC. Into the corner for Edwards. 4-3. Will it go? Will not. As the offensive board, though, by D.D. Shepard. Shepard pulls it out, now drives back in off the left hand. A check foul, a little hip check there. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Great job by Dee Dee. She had an open shot underneath, didn't realize it, got pushed the ball back out, but hey, we still have a 51-36 lead, largest lead of the game for Lady Indians by 15.
She felt bad about not taking that shot, so she just turned around and drove it back in and was able to draw the foul there against Chandria Watson. Watson's third personal, team's fifth. So free throws, rest of the quarter here for ICC. There's Dee Dee's first free throw up and good. So out the 16-point advantage for the Lady Indians. Indians led it by 10 at the halftime break. Largest lead in the first half was 11. This here is the largest lead of the game. 16 points for ICC. Make that 17 off that second free throw there by D.D. Shepard.
Her first 2 points of the game, as Jordan mentioned, 53-36. Lady Indians up on Northeast. A minute and a half left, the third period.
Northeast works the ball up the floor to Phillips, who pulls the three. No good. Offensive board for the Lady Tigers. Is going to work there in the lane off the left hand. Can't get it to go is Watson. Now the second rebound is up by Finley. Fouled in the process. Shot counts. So a chance at that old-fashioned three-point play here for Sanaya Finley.
Give Northeast credit. You know, they're down big here by 17. They're still hustling. They've cut it to 15 here. A minute 17 left in the third period.
Well, and they're doing it without two of their best players on the offensive end. We've not seen Kathy Burse in a while. We've not seen Faith Williamson in even longer. Both into some foul trouble, just some rough nights over there for the two forwards that were in the starting lineup for Northeast. As substitutions, we'll see Hatch check off the floor and Shamaria Overton, who started at the point guard spot, back out there for the Lady Indians. One shot coming up here for Finley on the back end of that and one. Finley's free throw, right side iron, no good. Rebound immediately controlled by Dee. Up the floor in a hurry to Overton, can't get it to go. Second rebound up and good by Warriors. And again, off the offensive glass in the right spot. She finishes it off the left side as Cleo Warriors making a name for herself on the offensive boards.
Coming off the bench already has 9 points tonight.
And I would guarantee you out of those 9, 8 of those are probably on second chance opportunities off the offensive glass. 17-point advantage, under a minute to play here in the third quarter. As Phillips spin move there off the left side is able to pull up jumper and rattle it home. Kalicia Phillips, that's been the offense they've had here in the second half.
That's all they've had. She's got 12 points leading Northeast.
Phillips covers Overton, who pushes the ball up corner to Edwards. Down low to Warriors, who spins around, gives back to Edwards. Now swings left side all the way down the perimeter. D.D. Shepard back over to Harris, who pulls up off the left side elbow. Front iron in and good there for Harris. As Harris with a pull-up jumper there. 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. A nice look. And there she forces a turnover, goes up left side, fouled in the process. Ardesia Harris showing up here late in the third quarter as picks up a basket, then forces a turnover, and now she'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Harris has 10 points. We got a big 17-point lead. 16 seconds left in the third period. Harris shooting free throws. 57-40. Harris at the free throw line. As I mentioned, she now has 10 points. Trying to add to her total tonight.
I tell you,
free throws.
Jim Harris is picking a good night to show out here. As a lot of her former teammates sitting across the way in the second row from us. As it looks like about 10 ladies that I would assume are probably from Hickory Flat have come up tonight to watch Ardesia play. As the front end of the free throw is no good. But I tell you, Ardesia has not disappointed in action, specifically on the defensive end. And she's one of those ladies that has a knack for the basketball. The second free throw from Harris. It's back iron, no good. Offensive board, though, for ICC. Up and good for Dee Shepard. Is right there for the rebound off the left side. She finishes off the glass, and ICC leads by 19, and they got the basketball again. They forced the turnover. Harris, left side, throws it up. Lots of contact, no call. They're going to say out of bounds off of Northeast with 2.5 seconds left. All right, well, Northeast can't get the basketball across the half-court stripe here.
Turnovers. They had 15 at half. They're in the 20s now.
The Lady Tigers, yeah, as you mentioned, 15 at the half. It feels like they've had 15 in the third quarter as well. 2.5 seconds. Inbound pass out top to Overton, who pulls the three. Blocked, partially blocked at least. And that will run out the third quarter. Well, I tell you what, my friend, the third quarter belonged to the ladies from Fulton. The Lady Indians lead it by 19 after 3. We'll take a break. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this as Lady Indians lead 59-40 over the rivals from Boonville. This is Lady Indian basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers. 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic chicken slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Back here inside the Davis Event Center, it was the third quarter that belonged all to ICC. They pushed the lead out to 19 points at 59-40 as we open up action here in the fourth quarter. As Kathy Burst has checked back into the game, but picked the pocket there. Shamaria Overton is on the entry pass and a whistle, and they're going to call a push-off on Overton. You know, they've called that several times tonight. I saw it a few times. I didn't see much arm bar in that one, Jim.
This, I think, the 4th offensive foul called tonight. As you mentioned, 9:45 left in the ball game. Indians up by 19 over the Lady Tigers.
So we see Burse as well as Williamson have checked into the game now for Northeast. Did not see them over the course of about the last 7 minutes of the third quarter. And that's the 2 starters down in the low post for Northeast. As entry pass tries to get into Burse. And again, there's Worriels. I tell you, Worriels on the defensive end and on the glass is having quite the night. As Overton pushes the ball up the floor towards Burgess. Ball knocked loose by Williamson. Good job on the defensive end there by Faith to get back.
9:29 left in the ball game. Lady Indians up by 19, 59-40.
Burst trying to steal the basketball away there before he gets inbounded. As Dee Shepard gives in to Burgess. Now going to work on the offensive side. Come the Indians. For 3, Dee Shepard. In and good there for the freshman Shepard out of Pontotoc, Mississippi. She drives it home, and the Indians are running away with it.
22-point lead. Shepard's come off the bench, have 7 points here in the second half.
Great job off the bench tonight for several different ladies as Burst can't get another one to go down low, but Northeast is able to get the offensive board. Williamson pulls up from the free throw line. Back iron, no good. Gets her own rebound. Goes up again through contact. Won't go that time, and Shamaria Overton gets the board.
Lady Indians up by 22, 62-40, 8:45 left in the ball game.
And as you mentioned, Jim, just a whole team effort tonight by the Lady Indians. It's Warriors with the basketball at the free throw line. She'll pull up, and that one rattles around and goes. I tell you, the freshmen off the bench tonight are just having a night.
Warriors got 11 points. She is playing extremely well.
I'm not sure that's not your player of the game right
that's
there.
What I was thinking, too. Coming off the bench, 11 points, only a few minutes playing.
You couldn't tell by looking at the scoreboard now, but this was a back-and-forth game early on as Burst off the iron, no good again. Just not a good night for the sophomore from Northeast. As up the floor comes Shepard off her leg and out of bounds.
She mentioned this 64-40, 24-point lead, 8:07 left in the ball game.
Got an update here from Adam Gore. 42-35, the Northeast men lead ICC at the half. So depending on how this one goes down the stretch, we'll try to get you one more Sonic Studio update, get you a live look in up at Boonville. But it sounds like a pretty good basketball game taking place north of here. Oswalt off the screen, puts in off the left iron and good. Oswalt with her second bucket of the game.
She's got some offensive ability. I think I'd try to play her a little bit more.
You know, this is a Northeast team that is full of fresh faces as Chloe Edwards pulls up the three, and there's another one that rattles home. A little string music over there for Chloe Edwards. But as we were mentioning with Northeast, 11 ladies on the roster. 10 of those were not on the roster last year. 9 of those are true freshmen. So, I mean, it's a team that you would imagine Coach Brenda Mays knows there's going to be some growing pains as they mature. They've got some pieces. There's no doubt about it. But a lot of youth out there. Long way to go for Northeast. There's Kathy Burris, or Kathy Burst, that is, with her first field goal of the night. And who would have thought that would come at the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter?
She's got 4 points.
So 2 off the free throw line, and that one there as Overton was trapped and will be fouled right here in front of us by Kenzie Sharp.
I almost thought that might be an offensive foul. Very close.
They've been prone to call it here so far tonight. It's a mass substitution time for ICC. Burgess, as well as Sharp, Harris check into the game. Hatch checks into the game. And Mariah Holland comes back out onto the floor. So a fresh 5 bodies on the floor here for ICC. Out top is Hatch. Over to Guess. Now back to Harris. Out top of the key. Right side to Hatch. Looking down low at Mariah Holland. Burgess wants that ball there. Now good pass below to Mariah Holland. Holland airballs one. She had a great look there from 8 feet and can't get it to go. As rough night for Mariah Holland as she's been plagued by foul trouble and just not been able to get going really on either end of the floor.
23-point lead. Lady Indians up 67-44. 6.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Oswalt pulls the trigger on the three. No good. Almost legged out her own offensive rebound. But a nice job there by Amelia Hatch to get in there, control that. And now nursing a 23-point lead with almost 6 minutes to go. You've got an opportunity to let that clock be your best friend and run some sets on the offensive side. Across the floor to Harris. Now in the corner, Scarlett Guest pulls up the three. It's in and good. From downtown, the Lady Indians getting hot here late in this one from the Davis Events Center. And there's time out on the floor as Coach Brenda Mays has said, we have got to stop this run as the Indians have pushed it out to a 26-point advantage with 6 minutes to go in the contest. Let's take a break. Let's be back after this. Lady Indian basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Well, the first half was dominated by the defense of ICC. Jim, the second half has been dominated by the three-point ball as the Lady Indians have got hot here late.
No doubt about it, Jordan. And our defense has been steady all night, causing a lot of turnovers. And if I had to guess right now, they've got Northeast probably has 25-plus turnovers, and that's been big in this ball game for Indians to extend this lead. As you mentioned, 26-point lead with 6 minutes left in the ball game.
And we've mentioned several times tonight that Northeast has struggled as far as a team that turns over the basketball too much throughout the year so far, averaging almost 23 per game. You would expect that with a young team, though. That's one of those learning curves that comes at this level of basketball, as we see Sharp pull up for three, back iron, and no good. But as we mentioned a few minutes ago, lots of pieces out there. This will be a lot better team when we see them again in a couple of weeks than they are right now. As Guess for three again, airballs this one, but it's a pass right into the arms of Zaire Burgess. One up, no good. Two up, no good. Tries to get that offensive board a third time, can't get it, and Northeast is able to clear the board. Man, Sharp is quick as she brings the ball up the floor. Good pass, trying to get down low to Burst. And Burst can't handle it, and it rolls out of bounds.
You can see Burst has some talent, but let's be honest. Tonight, it's been a frustrating night. Our defense has caused her to turn the ball over, and she's missed some easy shots she usually would make.
Burst, the sophomore from in the Jackson area, Terry High School, was averaging 16 points per game. Here's the number that really is impressive about Burst, though. She was shooting it at about 55% as Guess for three. Back iron, no good. Zaire Burgess, another offensive board. I bet she's got 10 boards on the offensive end tonight as she's got there on that block, planted her feet in concrete, and been tough. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Lady Indians up by 26, 5 minutes left in the ball game.
Jump stop in the middle. Now three-point bucket up from Harris, no good. Rebounds knocked loose by Williamson. Rolls out of bounds off ICC. We got whistles. It looks like Sharp wants to take a minute to retie those shoes. But as Jim mentioned, 26-point advantage for the Indians, under 5 to play, as Coach Porter has played everybody she's got over there on that side, I think. I think she's got 11 ladies dressed out. I think
That's
she's
correct.
rotated all 11 in and out all night.
And they've caused a lot of turnovers, a lot of athleticism for Lady Indians.
Burst with the basketball off the block, puts up no good, rolls out of bounds. As you can see, the offensive game plan is get the ball to Kathy Burst, but every time she's touched it, she's been double-teamed and just had nowhere to go with it. Entry pass to Barry. Now back to Phillips in the corner. Pulls up for three off the iron, no good. Burst on the offensive board. Ball rolls around. Ends up in the hands of Burst. Now back to Phillips, right hand, no good. Into the arms of Williamson. We got whistles and a quick jump ball call there. Possession arrow points towards Northeast. I'm having trouble with that possession arrow.
I am too. I think
it was pointing towards Northeast, but now they're going to say it should have been pointing towards ICC again. Let's set the floor here for ICC. We've got Nadia Gillespie on the floor, as well as Amelia Hatch and Ardesia Harris, Scarlett Guess, and as well as Zaire Burgess. That's the five on the floor at the 4:20 mark here in the fourth quarter. Swing pass across the floor to Harris. Now trying to get it down low to Burgess, so finish it off the right side. As Burgess, again, that right side block, that's Zaire Burgess territory. She's claimed stake in that land, and she's owned it all night.
She's got 14 points, and I can't tell you how many rebounds. Excellent job on the glass.
I would bet everything I've got on her having a double-double at this point in the night. We will have some official stats for you in the postgame. We'll take a look back at that. And after I said I would bet you on it, I really hope she's got a double-double.
She does. There's no doubt.
All right, Jim's in on it too.
I'm in on it.
If she doesn't have the double-double, I'm going to say Adam Gore told me to say that.
That's right. It's Adam's fault. He hadn't said anything tonight, but he's given the signals.
We're going to give him an opportunity to talk here in just a little bit as we're going to hope the men's game gets back in action. We're going to take a Sonic Studio update and see how things are going. Are they back in action from Boonville, Adam?
Ironic that you say that, as they're just now getting start the second half of play in Boonville. You can catch that one on nemcctv.com/black. It's Northeast 42, ICC 35, as we get set to start the second half there in Boonville.
Always a big rivalry when ICC and Northeast tie up in any contest. So a good game going on up there in Boonville. As the Indians here in Fulton have pushed this lead out to 28. They led it by 10 at the half, and have just steady added on to it throughout the fourth quarter, but really throughout the whole second half, as Coach Porter's ladies kept that foot on the accelerator and are going to be proud of the performance they've had here tonight.
You know, Jordan, we talk about the Lady Indians extending this lead. It's been defense, causing turnovers, and the speed of our defense.
Three-point shot up, no good by Barry. Rebound batted around and finally going to be controlled over across the way. Well, I take that back. Not controlled. Ends up in the arms of Kathy Burst again. She throws up a shot, but they're going to say she was fouled on the floor beforehand. Just lots of frustration visible over there with Kathy so far tonight. Foul trouble, you know, double teamed every time you touch the basketball. That can lead to a frustrating night for anybody.
72-44, Lady Indians up by 28, 3:05 left in the ball game.
Phillips with the basketball off the baseline, working away from the trap. Now kicks back out to the wing up top to Sharp, who resets the offense at 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Over to Phillips, right side. Now down low off the elbow. Back to Phillips. Give and go. Couldn't hold on to it, though. The give and go got gone, and it ends up in the arms of ICC.
Another turnover.
Lots of contact right there as it looked like Sharp dove in on top of the face of Amelia Hatch. No call. Another jump ball call. We got the possession arrow right this time, so it's going to be Northeast basketball under the 3-minute mark. Substitutions here coming for ICC. Shamari Overton comes back onto the floor, as well as Cleo Worrells, Chloe Edwards, Dee Shepard, and TK Nash. So a fresh 5 faces on the floor here for ICC. Under 3 minutes to play in this contest. Phillips works off the right side wing, gives off into the corner to Sharp, who pulls the trigger on a 3, no good. And ICC controls the rebound.
72-44, all Lady Indians up by 28. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the ball game.
Edwards picks up the dribble in the corner, now to Overton, and wide open off the left side, TK Nash into the scoring column, and she's all by herself on the far side of the floor, and just an easy bucket as she puts it in, and the Indians have pushed the lead all the way out to 30. 2 minutes to play. Coach Porter, you know, aside from some of the turnovers as the bank is open for Calicia Phillips for 3, Coach Porter's going to be happy with the performance, I think, all around tonight. Defense played well. Offensively, it came out of the gate slow a little bit early on. Probably want to eliminate some turnovers like we saw right there. But at the end of the day, a good performance tonight for the Lady Indians.
Against your rivals, big game. We go to 2-0 now.
And
defense and rebounds, Jordan, has been the difference tonight.
And looking forward to next week, Lady Indians will be on the road on Monday. They'll go to Coahoma. The men will be at home against Coahoma there at the same time. 5:30 tip here in the Davis Event Center for the men's action. 6 o'clock tip down at Coahoma for the ladies' action. And then the ladies will be back at home a week from tonight for their second home matchup of the year. Under 2 to play, 27-point advantage. Been all ICC here in the second half. Big screen set by Faith Williamson. Now ball goes down low to Finley. Finley gives back to Williamson, who tries to go up left side, loses the basketball, and it's wrestled away right there again by Cleo Worrells. Well, you know what? If I was wondering who I was going to give the player of the game tonight, that solidified it right there.
I agree with you.
Just the defensive side, getting to work down there on the offensive end off of that low block. She wants the basketball every time down the floor. Just a great job tonight by the freshmen off the bench. Lots of freshmen off the bench have played well tonight, but Cleo has been that leader. Shepard works off the screen from Overton, left hand into the lane, tries to put up, fights through contact, and there's the foul call over across the way. That will send Shepard to the line for 2 free throws.
1:02 left in the ball game. Been all Indians here in the second half. 74-47 Lady Indians over their rivals, Lady Tigers.
It was a 38-28 game at the half. So that goes to show the momentum swung all the way over to the home bench through the second half. First free throw by Didi up and good. Shepard, only a freshman out of Pontotoc. And, you know, we talked about Wheeler earlier and the basketball heritage at Wheeler. Well, there's a basketball heritage at Pontotoc as well. She knows how to win. She's used to winning. Second free throw, no good. She got in there for the rebound. They're going to say she went over the back. But you can see she's in there competing, trying to get that rebound. Bright days ahead for Didi Shepard. Here is a Lady Indian.
Came off the bench, didn't score first half. Now it's got 8 points here in the third and fourth quarter.
And the Indians, for the first time really all night, Coach Porter going to call off the dogs a little bit, settle back into a half-court defense, as it's been that full-court press through the first 39 minutes tonight. Berry, and again, it's that Roger Clemens fastball again as they just sail it down the lane. I mean, if the pad back there was a catcher, we'd have an 0-2 count because they've smacked it twice.
75-47, 28-point lead. ICC Lady Indians with the ball. 40 seconds left in the ball game.
Overton with it out top of the key, being defended out front by Phillips. She'll hold this basketball. Let that shot clock work its way down. Probably going to be your last offensive possession of the night for the Indians. Good entry pass down low. No shot as they're going to say foul on the floor. As I wanted to give another one to Cleo Worrells right there if we could. They say foul away from the shot. Going to go against Khalesia Phillips. It'll be her third personal. So they'll reset the shot clock to 20, so a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. The ICC will inbound it.
Could we not have continuation on that play?
Trying to play NBA rules.
That's
here.
right.
Ball knocked out of bounds at the 27.5-second mark by Faith Williamson, so they'll move over into the corner. That's that tough spot to throw the basketball in again from. Able to get it into Shamaria Overton, who gets down low to Warriors. Warriors goes to work off the left side block, puts it up left side. A little contact there on that one, but not going to get that foul call late in the game. As Northeast has it, 15 seconds on the shot clock, and we'll see what they elect to do. ICC's got this one in the bag, on ice, definitely. They lead it by 28 with 10 seconds to play. Phillips into the lane, left side, puts up a shot, no good. Overton, she wanted to push it up the floor one more time. She's going to get off to Chloe Edwards for three, off the wing, it's in, and good at the buzzer. And that's going to solidify a 31-point victory tonight for ICC. As Coach Porter, hands on the hip, she didn't want to fire that one right there, I don't think, very much. As ICC is going to walk away with a 31-point victory. And that shows how the second half went. That last bucket right there, as ICC was able to do everything they needed to on the offensive end. They played the same stout defense in the second half they played in the first half. And altogether, a good product put on the floor by Coach Porter's Indians tonight.
Jordan, it's a good win. Hey, we're 2-0 for the season. What more could you ask for? A lot of depth tonight. If we mentioned great defense, great rebounding, equaled a 31-point win over our rivals, 78-47.
So coming into the night, ICC was at 1-0, East Mississippi was at 1-0, Holmes was at 3-0. So those three teams technically tied for the division lead in the North. We'll see what happens in some of those other contests, and we'll see where things stand as we move forward. But I can tell you this, next action for the Lady Indians will be next Monday night at Coahoma. Let's take a break. Let's come back with the Renaissance Bank post-game report, and it'll be a fun post-game report to have, as it was all Lady Indians tonight from Fulton, 78-47 winners over the rivals from Boonville. Let's take that break. We'll be right back after this. This is Lady Indian Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic chicken slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing. Eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Robin Porter and his Lady Indians are winners over the rival inside the Davis Event Center in Fulton tonight by a score of 78-47. Big win for the Lady Indians tonight over the Lady Tigers. This is the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Visit RenaissanceBank.com to learn more about their awards extra checking accounts. Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Let's take a look at the Sonic stats. Here, Jim, a stat sheet that really favors the Indians. One thing that I just noticed as I looked to the bottom of this is with 4:34 to go in the first quarter, Northeast led the game by 4 points.
Wow.
So over the course of the last 34 minutes, I guess you could say, 32 minutes, I guess it would be 34 minutes officially, it was all ICC.
35-point swing.
35 points from that point on. So really a great close to the night by ICC. They led it by 10 at the halftime break. Let's take a look at the individual scoring for ICC. Leading all scoring tonight for the Indians was Chloe Edwards. Edwards, I didn't realize she was 5 of 8 from three-point land, but 8 shots on the night, 5 made from three-point range, 1 rebound, 3 steals, 15 points to lead all scoring tonight for the Lady Indians. Chloe Edwards off the bench, the freshman out of Yazoo City. Let's take a look back up towards the top of the page at the starting lineup tonight for ICC. Dee Dee Shepard started. She had 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with those 2 boards that she had as well. So a nice night in the starting lineup for Dee Dee Shepard. Zaire Burgess, she had that double-double, fellas. 14 points and 10 rebounds tonight for Zaire Burgess. 6 of 10 shooting. 7 offensive boards. So 10 boards, 7 of those on the offensive end tonight for Boozy Burgess.
Very impressive.
Scarlett Guess only had 6 points tonight. She had 17 in the opener and was the MACCC Player of the Week. But 6 points tonight, a little bit of foul trouble, dealt with a bit of an ankle injury tonight, only played 17 minutes of action. Shamaria Overton, she just steered that ship like she always does as the point guard. 4 assists. 9 rebounds from the point guard spot tonight for Overton to go along with her 5 points. Mariah Holland was the one that never could get going tonight. Did not break the scoring column, had 4 fouls, only played 10 minutes of action, and just never really could get much rhythm going out there on the offensive end. 11 players played all together for ICC. Everyone hit the scoring column tonight except Mariah Holland. TK Nash, 2 points. Nadia Gillespie had a point. Cleo Worrells, who's going to be our Sonic star of the game here in just a few minutes. Worrells with 11 points to go along with 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. Great-looking stat line tonight for Worrells in her first
And how many
contest.
minutes did she play?
19 minutes.
Did all that 19 minutes.
So she went for 11 and 8, 2 assists, and 3 steals in just over 19 minutes of action for the freshman out of the great state of Georgia. Amelia Hatch, 6 points, and Ardeja Harris in 25 minutes of action had 10 points to go along with 4 steals and 5 assists. So really a good-looking stat sheet tonight for the Lady Indians. When you look at the totals compared to Northeast, ICC out-rebounds Northeast by 14, 51 rebounds for the Lady Indians, 20 of those on the offensive side, and they forced 28 turnovers tonight for Northeast. That's the staple of the Robin Porter coach team. They're going to turn you over, they're going to pound the glass, and they're going to beat you that way.
Playing with 11 ladies, causing that pressure, that's why you had those 28 turnovers.
18 steals forced those turnovers tonight for ICC. So taking a look at the field goal percentages, ICC shot it at 39%, 33% from the three-point line, and this number's the one I like a lot, guys, 74% from the free throw line. So they shot the basketball well, they played defense well, they were able to turn over Northeast tonight, and altogether, Coach Porter's going to look back at that film. She's not going to find a whole lot to complain about other than that turnover number, which they had 19 again tonight.
Right, but as you mentioned, 17 of 23 free throw line, causing a lot of turnovers. Great effort by Robin Porter and her basketball club.
Let's take a quick look live at the men's action. Let's take a Sonic Studio update over there with Adam Gore as they're back playing from Boonville.
Thanks, Jordan. You've got about 12 minutes left in this ball game. It's still a tight one as Northeast is up 48-45. We're actually going to keep it here, let you watch this one as we continue the Renaissance Bank postgame report. But as you can see right now, it's back and forth. Indians fighting hard there in Boonville.
So key takeaway there is 196 people here in person tonight to watch this matchup in the COVID era between Northeast and ICC. It was a 38-28 game at the half. ICC outscores Northeast 40-14 in the second half, and that gets us to the 78-47 clip that we saw as the horn sounded off. ICC will be back in action next Monday. The ladies will be at Coahoma. The men will be on the home floor here against Coahoma as well, and they'll try to get back in the win column. Let's hope they get in that win column up at Boonville right now. There's been a good back-and-forth matchup there. A rivalry game, you got to watch those. They're going to come down to the wire more times than not, Jim.
No doubt about it. And our men are hanging only down 48-45. As we mentioned, around 12 minutes left in the ball game. you can watch it right now. Maybe our Indians can make a run here and finish for the win.
Time for the Sonic Star of the Game, brought to you by Sonic. Sonic says text to 876-642 to get special offers. Message and data rates may apply. Also, don't forget to download the Sonic app for additional specials. Jim, I think it's got to be Cleo Orioles tonight.
I agree with you. She came off the bench. You mentioned she only played 19 minutes. I know she had, I believe, 11 points, 8 rebounds, played outstanding off the bench. I'd give her player of the game.
Absolutely. The freshman out of Hinesville, Georgia, the Bradwell Institute there, 6'2" in her first matchup here at home. She is tonight's Sonic Star of the Game. Guys, I've enjoyed being with you again tonight. Anytime we can get a win, anytime we can beat a rival, it's always a good thing. I'm excited to watch this ladies team move forward.
Oh, very athletic, playing great defense, rebounding, equals some wins.
Let's go talk to Coach Robin Porter. We'll see a couple more players, interview those. We'll have those for you in the coming days to hear as well. But that's going to be a happy locker room that we get to talk with here in just a minute. For Adam Gore steering the ship for us here tonight, for Raphael Henry controlling the cameras, Jim, thanks for the color analysis again tonight. Enjoy calling these games with you. I am Jordan Smith saying so long tonight from Fulton. Lady Indians are a 78-47 winner over the Lady Tigers from Northeast. Good night. We'll see you next Monday.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.